my Mercurial mercenaries. I was looking forward to listening to the new King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard album review today, on its release day, Infest the Rats Nest. Unfortunately, due to palavers, postal nonsense, the album apparently being on sale on vinyl, and then when you get to release day, a message saying, actually, we haven't got it in stock. Cancel order. So we've just had to listen to it digitally. And as I've listened to every King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard album through as a discover, I will do that with Infest the Rats Nest too. But as I've been listening to this album a lot recently, I thought I'd just share some opinions with you. This was going to be short and sharp. Like do a review. Ooh, Mercurial number 6 can do a review. But I thought I would just talk about what I think about the album, and you guys could put in the comments below your feelings about it. So, Infest the Rats Nest. Get yourself a coffee. This is the important bit. Right? Get yourself an expensive, definitely overpriced collection of mainly sugar mixed with a bit of water. It's all right. I criticise it, and yet I enjoy it. Infest the Rats Nest. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard's heavy metal album. I've just finished watching The Boys on Amazon Prime. Great, you should watch it. But there's The Seven. And you can apply that to King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. There's The Seven. This band prides itself, or at least they're known for, having 7 band members. 2 drummers. What you've got here on Infest the Rats Nest is a kind of reduced King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, like you've been simmering them. It's mainly written and recorded by 3 band members. Stu, the guy who looks like Adam Sandler, and Cabs, I think people call him, the drummer who doesn't look like the geeky one. The downside of this, for me, with the 3 members, is that you've only got 1 drummer. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard with 1 drummer. It's like someone's just taken a hockey stick to the group and just whacked them in the shins. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, the genre hoppers. Oh, what are we going to have this time? A bit of folk? Played with elastic bands on cereal packets? Are we going to have some punk? Are we going to have psychedelic? Are we going to have rock? Are we going to have funk? Are we going to have jazz? This time we've got like heavy metal, thrash metal. It's like there comes a point where it just seems like you're showing off. You're a band that's showing off. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you have to do something. And then if you're going to do something, heavy metal, thrash, whatever, it feels like we're ticking boxes. Metallica, tick. Judas Priest, tick. Black Sabbath, tick. Motorhead, tick. The album ends and then comes back in with I swear, an Iron Maiden homage. Homage? Fromage. Maybe fromage is more accurate. The guitars on this album sound like they were recorded on an old plastic, well, new at the time, plastic 4-track from 1995. And Stu's singing is so one note. It's like he's thinking, I've got to do thrash vocals, heavy metal vocals, so I'll just do guttural, and I'll just do this for the entire album. No melody, I'll just do this. Oh, right, Bungle, right, Zippy, George. For the whole album like that. And then you got the bits that they add to make it still sound like King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard on the guitars. And the delay box is. More coffee. I need more coffee. And then you got a slightly hackneyed story about environmental catastrophe and leaving the Earth for other planets. Total Recall style. And slap bang in the middle of it all, you got the centerpiece of the album, Superbug, which is a kind of monotonous dirge of a song. So, that's Infest the Rats Nest. And it might surprise you to know, it might surprise you to learn that I think this album is absolutely fantastic. I love it. I love this album. This might be my favourite King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard album. It is just adorable. It's addictive. I can't stop listening to it. It's just fun. It's fun. Aren't we allowed to have fun anymore? Does anybody remember having fun? The opening track, Planet B, is great. When it was first released as a single, people said, oh, this is good. And then Self-Immolate came out and people said, oh, Self-Immolate, this is where it's at. Planet B isn't so good. No, I still think Planet B is probably up there, perhaps the best song on the album. I still enjoy it. It's still a kick-ass opening track. Then we go into Mars for the Rich. This, I kept thinking this was going to be like nothing but a thrash album. But this song is kind of schools out Alice Cooper. Sing-along choruses. And we even have a Geezer Butler distorted bass line. And then we go into Organ Farmer, which has a screaming guitar, which reminds me of the vocals screaming Angel of Death, Slayer. Superbug is my least favourite song. With repeated listens, it is growing on me, and I like the way the very, very end of the song sounds like the very, very end of the song Painkiller by Judas Priest. I think I can see why they've done this song. It gives kind of nuance, a bit of variety to an album that could have just been like that all the way through. Hopefully it'll continue to grow on me. Venusian 1 brings me on to 2 points. Point number 1, there are moments in this song where the bass, the double bass drum work is just immaculate. So, Cavs, I would shake your hand. It's beautiful, beautiful. And this also brings me on to the lyrics. I talked about a hackneyed storyline, but I don't mind a hackneyed storyline if it's done well. And the lyrics throughout this album, it's basically the story of the Earth being run down by humanity, and we have to leave the Earth. Where are we going to go? To Mars? To Venus? That sci-fi idea of abandoning our planet, which we fucked up, and going somewhere else and fucking that up too. And the lyrics on this album are just great. Even the lyrics that I would usually, ordinarily go, really? Space is a place for the human race, or something like that, isn't it? I'm one of them. And it's just fun. I love it. It's fun. Space is a place for the human race. There are moments on the later songs on this album, the side B of this album, where I kind of wish that we didn't just do the playing the guitar at the same time as singing. There's an opportunity to sing something, play guitar in the gap, sing something, play guitar in the gap. But it's all very much when my mouth's moving, my hands are moving. But it's fun and I like it. And this is my favourite King Gizzard album. So what the hell? I'm just making suggestions. Right? Perineum. Perihelion. Perihelion might be my favourite song on the album, if I hadn't already said it was Planet B. This song is fantastic. It's got a chorus that sounds like a 70s BBC sitcom, but I can't quite, like something like Robin's Nest or something, but I can't quite remember which sitcom I'm thinking of. But it's just, I could just, that chorus. Venusian 2 is just Motorhead. That's fine, I like Motorhead. Self-Immolate is just a great song. What more? We've all heard it a million times now. What more can I say? It's a great song. Then we got the final song, Hell, which it just caps this album off beautifully. And towards the end of the song, you think it's over. I mean, I mentioned it before about the Iron Maiden thing, but hear me out here. You think the song's over, and the notes ring through, and it reminds me of the end of South of Heaven by Slayer. Just that ringing note. And then it comes back in again with that little end section, which is just a kind of Iron Maiden historical epic. Like a Mother Russia type thing. Just condensed down. Like Campbell's soup. Just condensed down into a few seconds. And then it's over. The rat's nest has been infested. And I have listened to an album that gave me joy. I've had it going round and round and round in the car, here, everywhere. Here, making the most of the rat's nest. I give this album That, and like someone said in the comment section today, please, no one give this guy any more caffeine. I want that on a t-shirt. This guy needs no more caffeine. What did you think of King Gizzard and the album Infest the Rats Nest? Tell me down below. I will now drink the rest of this coffee, and when you guys aren't watching, I won't be quite so flamboyant. Over and